the things that go on inside people. Years ago, I started to realize, and even in my own life, that every human being is a container, and everybody's carrying something. And it begins, whatever the memories, the experiences, the teachings, the stuff that has happened to you as an individual, you're carrying the residual, the lessons, the very intentional factor behind it, the driving force that was intended to shape you, mold you, and make you who you are today. And nothing happens. Nothing just happens. You're not a happenstance. There's a whole bunch of different levels of connectivity to different stuff that where one person would have experiences that you may never experiences until those things inside of you changes. I think it's Newton had the law, and he says that a force cannot be changed unless an external force that is greater changes it. And then he says that whatever comes to rest stays at rest, right? You, as an individual, have the power to change because there's so much going on around your very life. There's conducting specific types of information, directives that can literally move you from a person who you were 10 years ago to a totally different individual. The one thing about people in general, because we are, I mean, you've heard it over and over again, we are a little energy that you can be in close proximity to people and they can happen stance. They can cause things to happen around your very life because they're conducting electrical information. They may not even have to direct it to you now. Here's the thing is that when those people want to have you to be part taken of things that's rightfully theirs, they're going to bring you in. They're going to reel you in through conflict. They're going to reel you in through attachments. They'll even reel you in through flattery. Whatever the reason and the dynamics that are at work, you can be guaranteed one thing. You're inconsistent with someone else's experience that very much is causing you a consistency in your own life. That's what's called the stuff that's put into a recipe before the cake is actually the batter is actually set into the oven. It has to have a consistency when everything is mixed and then it's molded. And it's the same with your life. And the only way to actually get out from any kind of change that is not good for you is to get out from the consistency. And for some people, and I mean, including myself, it takes something, sometimes for some of us, it takes a whole lot of boldness, courage to walk away from something that has got us so ingrained in it that it's in our emotions, it's in our decision factor, it's in our the way we are moving, the way we're talking, the way we are being. And the only way to break that is we have to change the recipe, breaking up the old. You know, there's an old adage of saying, and I really believe, man, 100%, the one thing leads to another. Man, it's ever the truth. It is so the truth. One thing really does lead to another. And you can have people in your life and you don't know, and what helps you to be a little bit less affected by it. They don't even sometimes know they're doing it, but their consistency is to cause issues. That's what keeps them alive. That's like, pinch me, just make sure I'm alive. And they have to involve you. It's like they use a term, a rifle term. I'll use a term, evolve, to be evolve. Volve means to go wrong, or like a revolver, right? They have to keep you in the cycle, and you remain in someone else's mixing bowl, okay, as the cycle is going on until you begin to jump out. See, there's a difference between human beings and flour and all these other things that are mixed in a bowl. It got to stay there. We don't. What makes us stay inside of the mixing bowl is our unwillingness, because we've either been convinced enough that we should stay there. False obligations, false commitments. And people use the term gaslighting. That's where you're lied to believe it to be so true that you believe you're making a very educated and a noble decision, when you're in reality making a very stupid and a do yourself a whole lot of harm decision. So I'm going to keep this video short, and just to say this, that whatever people have and they're going on with it, them, nobody is an empty shell. No one is an empty container. And the older the person is, the more potent they are, because those things are so stuck in them. And it is up to you to make sure you're always around people who are well-willed instead of ill-willed. So important. The mixer, man, with people who have bad, they call it bad energy, the harm they will cause you, man, I'll tell you, and you get around, it's amazing, I've been in environments where I tell you, it's like I couldn't describe it. I wasn't even myself. I felt like there was an oppression. And I started to act that way. And I didn't even know, why am I feeling like this? And then I started to realize, and if I got outside from it, I felt differently. When I came in, I felt differently, like as in bad, differently. And the thing that gets you out of, like, some people make choices in their life, big choices, to get away from something that's not good for them. Like, they leave towns, they leave families, they'll go somewhere very far away. And, it's amazing when they get into something good, it always gets better. It's amazing. And it really is a truth. And when you get to be in a place in your life and so much is presented to you that says, this stuff here is not where I want to be in my life, things begin to change, because you get out of the mixing bowl and you got to move on. You have to move on, because you want to make sure what's in your side of your container is all the good stuff. In that way, you'll always come out smelling good, and nobody has to come up and eat you up. You'll always be like a fine cake put on display, and no one can ever touch you. You have a good day. And what's nice about a cake, another thing, it will be the cake of your celebration, because you literally got away. Have a good day, and do like and subscribe. Thank you.